Good morning, children. Today we will study about Hindu undivided family business. It is that form of business organization which is owned and managed by the members of HUF, Hindu Undivided Family. So this is a form of organization which is managed and owned by the members of the Hindu Undivided Family. This type of business is found only in India, and this type of business is governed by the Hindu law. The business is controlled by the head of the family. So this business is controlled by the head of the family, who is also called the Karta. His name is given Karta of the family. All members have equal ownership right over the property, and they are known as co-parceners. So all the members of the Hindu undivided family have ownership right over the property, and they are known as co-parceners. All the members of the Hindu undivided family are known as co-parcener. 3 generations of the family can be the member of the Hindu undivided family. So 3 generations can be the member of the Hindu undivided family. Now what are the features of Hindu undivided family? First is formation. At least 2 members and an ancestral property is the basic requirement for the formation of Hindu undivided family. So 2 members are required and an ancestral property, the property of your grandfather or father, is required to form a Hindu undivided family business. Liability. The liability of the Karta is unlimited, but the liability of the other member is limited. The Karta, who is the head of the family, he is the head of the business, and his liability is unlimited. Means if there is a loan of the business, or if there is liability of the business, the Karta will have to sell even his house and fulfill the loans. But the liability of the other member, that is the co-parceners, are limited to the extent of their share. So co-parceners' liability is limited to the extent of their shares, while the Karta liability is unlimited. Third feature is control. The business is controlled by the eldest member of the family, known as Karta. So Hindu undivided family business is controlled by the Karta, who is the eldest member of the family. Continuity. After the death of the Karta, the next eldest member take his position. So after the death of the Karta, the next eldest member take his position, and thus the business continues. And the last feature is minor members. Under Hindu undivided family, an individual becomes the member by taking birth in the family. So by taking birth in the family, the person becomes the member of the family. As a result, a minor can also be the member of the Hindu undivided family business. So these were all about the features of the Hindu undivided family. Now come to the merits of Hindu undivided family. First merit is effective control. In an Hindu undivided family business, the Karta has absolute decision making power. So Karta, or the eldest member of the family, is having the absolute full decision making power. This facilitates quick and flexible decision making. Because of this, there is a quick and flexible decision making in the business. Second is continued business existence. Hindu undivided family business existence is not affected by the death of the Karta. If the Karta dies, the business continuity is not affected. The next elder member becomes the Karta of the business. Merit number 3, limited liability. The liabilities of the co-parcener is limited. I have already explained to you that the liability of the co-parcener is limited, while the liability of the Karta is unlimited. So the liability of the co-partner is limited to the extent of their share in the family business. Now fourth one is increased loyalty and cooperations. The member of an Hindu undivided family are loyal to each other. So the members of the Hindu undivided family members, that is co-partners, are loyal to each other and are willing to cooperate and work towards the common goal. So all of them have the willing or will to cooperate and work towards the common goal, as all of them belong to the same family. So since all the co-partners are from the same family, they are willing to cooperate and work together for a common goal. So here we can find that they are loyal to each others. Now the last is demerits of Hindu undivided family business. The first one is limited resources. The Hindu undivided family business depends mainly on the ancestral property. This creates problem of limited capital. So I have already explained to you that ancestral property is required. So Hindu undivided family, it totally depends on the ancestral property. So we can say that the capital is limited. Now second is unlimited liability of the Karta. In Hindu undivided family, the liability of the Karta is limited. I have already explained to you that here the Karta liability is unlimited, while the co-partners or the members liability is limited. His personal asset can also be used to discharge the debt of the business. If there is any debt in the business, if there is any loan of the business, his personal asset can also be used to fulfill the debt of the business. This prevents him from taking bold decisions and limits the growth of the business. As a result, the Karta is prevented from taking any bold decision and the growth of the business is limited. The Karta is also burdened with the task of decision making and managing the business. Karta is whole and soul of the business, so he is managing the business and also he is taking the decision in the business. So as a result, there is unlimited liability of the Karta. Now third one is dominance of the Karta. The Karta has also powers in the management of the family business. So Karta has the vast power in the management of the family business. If the Karta misuses power and tries to dominate the family, then the other co-partner may protest. It may happen sometimes that the Karta will misuse the powers given to him, whole and soul power given to him, and he may try to dominate in the family. At that time, the co-partner may protest. This may create conflict in the family and lead to family business disintegration. So because of this, because of this conflict, there might be a family problem and the business might disintegrate. Now fourth demerit is the limited managerial skills. A Karta has absolute decision making power related to all the aspects of the business. So Karta has all the powers, absolute decision making power of the business. However, he cannot be an expert in all the area of management. But the Karta cannot be the expert in all the areas of management, that is finance, marketing, human resource, IT. If he does not take the help of other co-partner, then his unwise decision will affect the business adversely. And if the Karta is dominant, if the Karta is not a good person, then what will happen? Then he will not take the help of the co-partner, and as a result he may take unwise decisions which will affect the business. Because of these limitations, this form of business organization is on decline. Nowadays in India, this type of business is declining only because of these demerits. Today only this much. Thank you.